out of here. Let's keep making their way to the fucking ring.
Wow, he just died, folks. We got JP Savage in the house.
Myzchief is back.
Hey, what's effing goody, ladies and gentlemen? What's good? We back for another week of the ish, covering it all, giving you your fix.
You're covered in the ish?
I'm covered all in that ish, yo.
We apologize for our lovely host over here. He's still recovering from his injury.
Hey.
Show him your foot, yo. Show him your foot.
I could if I would if I could.
Welcome back.
But
I feel sorry for you now that Myzchief is back
but
from
the
his
meds
travels.
are amazing, though. The meds are amazing.
The meds are amazing.
Yes.
Speaking
Shout
of
out to
meds.
Excuse me. Hold up. Hey, that's what I'm
We all
talking
have our
about.
vices, right? I guess.
Oh, no. It's not a vice. It's a way of life.
Hey, that kind of rhymes.
So, I traveled
Nice.
the globe, ladies and gentlemen, and
Tell us of your travels, good sir.
I went to the end of the earth, or what was initially thought as the end of the earth back in the 1400s, and I went to Portugal, looking for the heeliest heel of all heels.
You didn't find shit.
I didn't find shit.
God damn it.
They were like, he's here, and they kept pointing at me,
It's Taki. Taki.
and it's me.
The plane.
It is I,
The
Myzchief.
plane boss. The plane boss.
That is the heeliest of all heels. But I'm glad to be back.
I'm glad you're
Glad to
back
have
because
you
I
back,
heard
sir.
we're going on a travel this weekend.
Hey,
Oh,
that's all out there.
Ooh, what?
damn! I had an overlay, guys. Fuck.
Ah,
But-
shucks.
Saturday,
Price cut,
Saturday,
budget cut.
Saturday.
Saturday.
August 31st. We have a very busy day, August 30th. Wow,
Yes, we
that's
do.
not what I'm talking about. But we have a very busy day. We got things to do
Hey.
on Saturday. So Saturday, starting at noon, we're going to be in Harrison, New Jersey.
Harrison, New Jersey.
We're going to be with Forza Lucha. We're going
Home
to
of the
be
Red Bulls.
hosting the pre-show, pre-game.
You know how we do. You know how we do.
The bad guys.
I'm checking out
Heels,
for another
pops,
ankle.
and chair shots.
Hey, this
We're going to
ankle
be
looking
there.
good.
for
We're
the
going to have
pre-show.
games. We're going to have drinks. We're going to have us a good time, folks.
We have bones to break.
Wow.
Not
That's
me.
what we're not going to
Not
do.
me.
We made that part of the goals and principles now of the
no,
show.
wait.
But after we
We
do,
learn from
go,
our mistakes, folks.
after we go do that, we go
Or
see
do we?
Forza Lucha put on a banger for charity.
Hey.
Then we're going to go to Rocco's in Rutherford, New Jersey. And what are we
Why?
going to do there?
Rockefeller Sports Bar and Grill, baby.
Because
That's
they're going to
right.
be there. That's why. We're going to be chilling with y'all. Y'all going to be cooking
And we're
with
going
us.
to watch
You know, no,
AEW's
'cause-
All Out.
Oh, ow. You know who's all out of
All the
out,
way
right?
the fuck out. All the way the fuck out.
Who's
Let's
all the
go.
way out?
John
Moxley.
Moxley.
Yo, I was like, yo, you going to fucking drop it or what? Like,
I'm not going to lie. I almost called him Dean Ambrose.
Dean Ambrose?
I'm
Yo,
wearing- I'm wearing
I
the
gotta
shirt.
catch myself sometimes.
That's
wearing
I
the
gotta
shirt.
catch myself.
That's what that was?
Listen,
I was
listen,
like,
you've had a relationship with someone for long, so long,
today, Junior.
and they're going to change their name. I mean, it takes some time.
I thought I knew you.
Well, it's good shit. John Moxley's out of StarCast. He's out of All
Wait,
Out. He's
are you
out of...
about to run the fucking ropes right now?
Oh, shit. Well, I guess so.
Irish whip that mofo. Hey.
And then the drop. And then... There you go.
Sorry.
So, Moxley's out. He's out of Bloodsport.
Yeah.
September 14th
Very,
out of Atlantic
very
City.
disappointed. Very
Um,
disappointed, but not as disappointed as Kenny Omega.
Well, Kenny Omega had a lot to say. We're going to cover some of it, I guess, when we go over the card. But this was Kenny Omega's, like, best promo. I'm not always sold on Kenny Omega as a top superstar.
But okay, it wasn't technically a promo. He didn't do it in the ring, right? It was like an edit. It was like a vignette.
Whatever.
Those
interview.
are easier to do though, no?
It was like one take, so I feel
it was
like, you know what
live
I'm saying?
then? Oh, okay.
Not live, but it was like all in one take. It looked like, so it was like one sitting or whatever.
Okay.
It was his best work for this feud. I feel like he hadn't done enough to sell. I mean, I know he got like his ass kicked, like that was the big coming out party on the poker chips or whatever, but I don't know. This was like the first time where like he got to say something, and I thought it was really good that he was impactful because he wasn't going to be the face in that match, right? Like he was definitely going to be the heel. He was definitely going to be the guy that like John Moxley had to prove himself against and blah, blah, blah. So,
Right.
hey!
Hey! Shots of water.
Yeah, I fucking love that drop, man. Speaking of Warhorse.
Hey, yo.
Are we going to talk about the list, or we're going to keep that the
yes,
we
yes.
have to talk about the
we
list.
do.
500
do.
top 500 wrestlers? We're going to talk that later.
We do.
Absolutely, but we got to continue talking on these ropes. You know what I mean?
Let's
give the news. Let's give the news.
We'll get there.
The
We'll
nudes?
get
You want to talk about the nudes?
I definitely want the nudes right now.
Speaking of
Seth
nudes.
Rollins, congrats. You said nudes, right?
Yeah, the nudes. That's me. Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch are getting married.
Congratulations.
Oh, they're engaged.
So, yo.
Finn Balor also got married.
Yes, Finn Balor got married as
Veronica
well.
Rodriguez.
And it wasn't
all
Kathy.
storylines or future storylines.
Yo, so I was very confused when they got married. The whole thing seems like a shtick of work, right? They don't have chemistry. I don't see them having chemistry together, right? So I was entirely shocked. But then my wife, shout out to my wife, she actually pointed out
like,
to me.
We ain't got chemistry either.
No, fuck you, nigga. Invented chemistry. Come find the beakers in my house, nigga. So anyway,
he said, "I'm gonna do science." Is that chloroform?
So shout out to YouTube Live, baby.
Yes, sir. So
What?
speaking of chemistry, the wise words from Joey Tribbiani says, as actors, you don't have to worry when they have chemistry on stage because that's sexual tension, and it means they haven't slept with each other yet. It's when they don't have chemistry that you have to be worried because that means they don't. Oh.
I don't remember that episode of Friends.
Yes, I didn't either. And my wife, once again, shout out to the wife. She brought me the clip, and these are facts. So, indeed, it means that they're fucking rabbits, right, in real life, and they just can't act together because their love is real. So, congratulations to them both.
That was a hell of a ride to get to.
Oh yes,
Your love is real. Y'all motherfuckers fake, but your love is real.
Speaking of a hell of a ride, Stone Cold Steve Austin seems to be on a ride of his own to
Yo.
MSG.
Yeah.
September the 9th.
I don't want to see him again.
Nah, it's too soon. But
Paquete.
you know what it is? It's being forced down our throats now,
Yo.
right? He's been at Raw.
Stone Cold.
He's Skyped in. He has a show right after Raw,
Guys,
right? And
you
it's
gotta
fun. The
sell
show
these
is fun.
tickets.
If you haven't checked it out, check out the show. He had Baker Mayfield on it this week.
Yeah, it was.
Dope show.
You saw the one with Sal from. Yo, shout out to Sal. And
Sal
right,
from
right.
Impractical
Man.
Jokers,
Yo,
and
that's
he
my
was like,
dude,
he's a
man.
mark that just went out and chilled with fucking
Stay
Stone
tuned for
Cold.
the Sal and the Practical Jokers interview.
Oh, absolutely, fellas, we ready for ya. We a bunch of funny motherfuckers too. Don't worry. We joking.
We is a lot of people.
So,
Seriously joking.
but it's a little too much in the beer. Like, I mean, listen, I'll
They
take
gotta
Stone
sell
Cold.
the tickets, man.
And not only sell the tickets. Remember what we're leading towards right now. You need the heroes of the past to come take a move. The next person to come through is The Rock. You know that shit. Rock is fucking Mariano Rivera coming off the fucking in the 9th inning to fucking close the show. That's why The Rock is gonna debut in the Smackdown on Fox.
I'm gonna touch up.
It's
on that
gonna
later.
happen.
And then that
Because
point
they feel the competition, bro. It's happening.
But with Stone Cold specifically, don't keep bringing them. Don't keep bringing them out. You want to make a special attraction. You got to keep it special, right? You can't keep bringing them out for these special sticks like so close together. Like people are gonna stop caring. Nobody's gonna care about Stone Cold. And everybody cares about Stone Cold. He still gets the biggest pops. The coolest shit that's happened on Raw in the last couple of weeks, and don't get me wrong, Raw's been pretty decent.
Yo,
It has.
Raw,
And
Raw.
thank you to King of the Ring.
I cannot
Oh.
complain.
Thank you to King of the Ring.
cannot
Because you know
complain.
what? King of the Ring provides the wrestling necessary to make Raw entertaining.
Son,
It forces it.
King of the Ring has already done what more than it intended to do.
Yeah.
With the match, every match has been fucking spectacular. Every
Big
match has
fire,
been really,
yo.
really good.
Great product. That we'll get on in the matches this week, but I mean,
Yeah, we'll
it's been
get
great
there, we'll get
consistently.
there. Vince McMahon seems to be building some trusts, man. Seems like he's.
I think he
planning-
just has his hands full. I don't think he's building trust.
No?
I
He's
think
trying to step away, but trying to put the
XFL.
right seeds. in
He's
the
working
right
at
He's the right-
XFL
the
right
right
now,
seeds.
man. Listen, he's going up against a sport that now has players retiring,
Shout out to the Guardians.
right? Because of the injuries.
Yeah.
He's going up against the NFL that has players. Andrew Luck just retired.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Andrew Luck's
One of
gonna
the
be first
toughest son of a
quarterback
bitches that
Yo.
you ever meet.
in the XFL. He's gonna be the fucking Guardians.
So the NFL's on
Andrew
a fucking
Luck.
And if you realize, this week on shout out to the Giants podcast, right? Locked On Giants.
podcast. Trash.
Patricia Traynor, she interviewed Kevin Gilbride,
What
old
garbage.
offensive coordinator from the Giants, and he's actually the coach
Trash.
of the New York Guardians, right?
Oh, they're gonna suck so bad.
And he said that they're gonna try to provide everything the NFL is lacking, and when it comes to the players.
What does that mean?
So it means that there's gonna be some
Concussion
maybe
protocols?
concussion protocols, maybe some more comprehensive packages. more involvement, right? A little bit safer,
Comprehensive
more
package.
entertainment, right? They want to build the culture where it's fun, because the NFL is known as a known fun league, and it's also known as not for long, right?
Ooh.
Are they gonna have the cheerleaders though again?
Yeah,
Nah, I heard they weren't.
they weren't.
But
That's a shame.
guys, Andrew Luck is going to play in the XFL.
Oh my God.
Andrew
gonna
Luck is
play
going to not
in
this
XFL.
year, maybe not even next year. Give it like 2 or 3. If he doesn't play in 2 or 3 years, then all right, fuck me, like I'm wrong. Yo. But Andrew Luck, do you understand? Like who is it? His dad, his stepdad.
Dad, I think, right?
That he's the owner of the league or commissioner of the league. I mean,
Commissioner, yeah.
I don't know. I'm all over the place, but there's a
relation,
tie-in.
folks.
Yeah, there's a tie in there, and I think Andrew Luck he's beat up, but I think competitors may regret. Like look at Brett Favre, right? If you really think like Brett Favre,
you really
how many
think-
times did he back away?
But do you really think that if Andrew Luck was able to play again in a year or two, let's say, right? If he was able to play again, then he would really go back to the XFL, not the NFL? When he was one of the top performers in the NFL?
That's why he was one of the top performers in the NFL. When you're away from the NFL, like, yo,
But
when
he would
you're
go
away,
back to, but he would go, the
You're
only way
already
that would
talking
work
3-4 seasons without
the
Andrew
only
Luck.
way that would work is if he comes back during the strike,
come back.
because the CBA is about to happen next year.
Nah,
The
not during
NFL
strike.
will be on a strike, and if he decides to come back and there's no NFL, that's when I can see him go XFL.
The only
Nah, I
thing
think
is,
he goes to XFL because of the tie, like with his family. I think eventually they'll get at him
I
like
see that, and besides, the NFL's fake, so you know,
shit scripted.
scripted and shit.
Speaking
Nobody
of
really watches
scripted-
that shit. Shout out to our
Total
fantasy
Divas.
leagues.
Oh, word.
Oh yes,
Yowie Wowie.
wowie.
Hell in a Cell seems
Where are
to
your
be
pens?
a couple months away, don't you think?
The cream will rise to the top.
And
Oh,
a certain poster leaked out. Seems
Oh.
to have Bray Wyatt holding the Universal Championship rather too closely for comfort.
And
for
that's
some.
the bottom line. Why?
So I thought Stone Cold was gonna be on Raw, and I thought that's who Bray Wyatt was gonna get next.
Oh, tight.
That needs to happen.
If that happens, that's the ultimate push.
They can't
You
do
got
it. So
to.
we just told them not to book him.
That's true. Don't book him. Don't
Yeah,
book him.
that's the last time you book him though.
That's it. And then keep him away for a minute.
Until Mania,
There you go.
right?
Speaking of keeping him away till Mania, don't book him. Enzo and Cass seems to be in the talks.
Wait, you didn't even talk
No.
about Bray Wyatt and the Universal title.
Oh, that he wants it.
So he's advertised.
Stay tuned. Hell in a Cell.
He's advertised for Hell in a Cell.
He not stupid.
I mean, it's a thing now, right? Somebody commented on Twitter or some shit.
You know who else wants a piece of Bray Wyatt? Sting.
Hey.
Sting
That's
said
your
he
boy.
wanted a piece of Bray Wyatt. I say,
Se le paró.
if you're gonna do it, if you're
That's
gonna
what I
just
say.
do like this Legends match that you keep teasing with Sting, just do Sting, Bray Wyatt, Undertaker. Let Bray Wyatt go over. Just
Yes.
let the 3 gimmicks go wild, and just fucking have that match where like the torch is passed officially. Like
Yeah,
to the
man.
next.
Get them all in one fucking box.
just get them in, cause like
Shoot
yo,
all 3 birds with one.
pellet gun. Cause like Sting, like Sting can't do he can't do a whole match, right? And Undertaker like has struggled at times. Goldberg, although he's looked pretty decent, but like decent. You know what I mean? Like Bray Wyatt in a heavy gimmick match with Undertaker and Sting, I think that's safe. You're hiding like imperfections there with a third person. You let Bray Wyatt navigate that shit. He has to defeat the gimmicks in order to continue as the Fiend.
No, believe me, we will make it work.
I like it.
That's
was
the only
my
way.
idea,
That's
bro.
the only way it would work. I'd rather see that than him and the
We book
Undertaker again.
Woodwork.
I wouldn't want to see him and the Undertaker again. I'll tell you that much.
Hell no. Woodwork.
They're definitely like
That's
carpenters.
some raw shit to
That
sit
carpet-
through.
No, but yeah, definitely.
That's some raw shit to sit
You know what else
you
is some
trying
raw
to say?
shit to sit through?
Raw.
Raw.
Raw. No, that's the topic. We're not doing that right now.
Nah, I shouldn't be there.
You broke it. You see?
Yo, pass me yours.
Yeah, this is why we can't have nice things. Bro.
Trying to catch some.
Aye.
It's a thing, man. You gotta watch the show.
Speaking of things,
So, small things, big things, long things, short things, skinny things.
Raw
uncut
this
things.
week, folks. How we feeling?
King of the Ring.
Let me be the first to say
Best
that
part of the show.
I am not mad at Raw for the past 3-4 weeks.
No, it's been okay.
The match qualities have been on point. They've been giving us bangers on the low, but the entertainment, the
I
commercials.
felt last week's Raw had better matches.
Still pisses me off. But
I think last week's had better King of the Ring matches, but these matches were good as well. I think instead of the King of the Ring match, honestly, the segments or the matches that carried Raw was the Tag Team Turmoil tournament. I think that's really what carried it. And specifically, I'm speaking about Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode, sorry.
all right,
Watch your dirty mouth.
Robert Roode with his fucking beard now.
That was the best part of Raw.
Do y'all remember when WWE?
What company?
What was the company, yo?
They used to exist,
That's
and
all,
then
folks.
Vince McMahon bought them out and became WWE. So before that happened, they were doing tag team matches where they'd book any fucking tag team, any random Joe Schmoes, and they'd lose, even though you'd get fucking like heavyweight guys, 2 main eventers in a team that weren't supposed to be a team. They'd lose to the teams like the B team. Why? Because B team had experience. Remember that?
Nah.
Me either. Because Bobby Roode and Dolph Ziggler just won 4 matches in a row against experienced tag teams. Experienced tag teams.
Sometimes you can
You
put
shit
two
the bed. I agree.
people
Sometimes
together.
you shit the bed.
Nah, sometimes you put 2 people together and they can make magic, right?
Yeah,
Like Greg the
yeah.
Hammer Valentine did it with Brutus Beefcake,
Those are
right?
both
Like,
Saturday night.
and they had matches together, and they were a bunch of like mixed match tag teams that were like pretty fucking great.
Yeah.
And not so great.
However, with that being said, you can't do this shit back to back with the tag team champions also being this mixed match. Now now pushing forward like another storyline that has nothing to do with the tag titles. You've given your tag team division like no leg to stand on. You cannot like castrate the division in such a way where nobody in the division is
That
strong
why you
enough
cut some shit
than
off?
people that were not tag
Castrate.
teams.
But you know what?
All I heard
It
was
actually
castrate.
worked. This shit looked good.
They look good.
They actually had a great tag team chemistry. I was not
They
expecting
look like
that.
a great tag team
And-
you polish
and-
up to lose to Roman Reigns.
but-
I mean,
but-
to
No,
Braun Strowman and
no,
Seth
because at the end of the day, the storyline is going to be about Braun Strowman and Seth Rollins going after the Universal title.
I'm still gonna beat those.
They're
guys.
gonna lose the tag team titles at some
they're
point.
not gonna lose the title.
And I'll tell you what, I enjoyed seeing Robert Roode's and Dolph Ziggler's fucking boring moves at this point, right? We've seen them time and time again, revamped. They used them together in conjunction. Like, it was nice.
I don't mean
it
like
was good.
I don't mean it's not
It was the best
believable.
part of Raw.
Yeah,
How about
I don't mean it's not
Revival
believable. Like,
RKO?
they're 2 heavyweights. They're 2 guys.
That's
single
just dope.
competitors.
You know what I mean?
Which one?
the
The
Revival,
Revival RKO.
and,
That's dope. I think
That's
it
a nice
works.
little stable. I
Yeah.
think that's dope.
fire.
So
They need a big man, right? Like, don't you feel like they need a big man?
they do. They do.
Yeah.
Who would be their big man?
We were talking
Yo,
about this shit
Drew.
last week.
Yeah, I think we was. I think,
Drew McIntyre.
Drew's a
Drew?
good
Oh,
fit.
well, Drew's supposed to kind of be there, right?
Corbin is a big guy.
Baron
Oh,
Corbin. They got the bald shit down.
They think. You think Corbin's gonna be king of the ring?
Yes, or Ali,
It feels that
and
way.
it will be the finals.
Ali.
I don't know.
We heard it here
How y'all
first.
feeling about the Sasha Banks involvement?
Yo, impressive, yo. The first match back, impressive.
Yo, she's been good. I feel
looks
less
like
botches.
It's done her some well to be. It's done her well to be away from the ring. For
Nah,
a
she
bit.
looks good.
It was alright.
It seems like her time in Japan has been productive.
Dopest promo, yo.
Yeah, and it's real. They're using the fucking real gimmick of Natty's dad 1 year anniversary.
You
They
like
ran
that
with shit.
promo?
I don't know. They're running with it though.
I wasn't
Not my
crazy about that.
What I like is Becky versus Sasha. So I'm willing to like endure whatever they're gonna throw right now, if we get there, right? Because it's a good work. It's a good
It's
program.
looking good so far, but they should do it on Evolution.
The pay-per-view that will never happen.
Never happened.
What's up with the Firefly Funhouse, yo? Already in syndication?
Jesus Christ.
All they had this week was a vignette of fucking previous episodes pasted together. I was so disappointed.
I mean, this is where we're at now.
I
right?
wanted to hear something
Keep it
new.
special. Nah, keep it special. Only come out when it's important.
That's my worst segment of the week for Raw.
Okay, that's fair.
Best match.
That
I
Firefly
like,
Funhouse bullshit.
Yeah, my best match though gotta be the main event.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah? You like that piece of hot garbage?
Yeah, I like seeing Braun Strowman and AJ Styles. They didn't make
Braun
him look
Strowman
bad.
could wrestle.
Yeah, no, it was good. It was good.
He
But it wasn't my favorite match.
I like that they didn't make AJ Styles look too like fucking weak.
Okay.
Cause he still
Yeah,
in
no.
the interview he's like, oh, so y'all think I'm not gonna thrive without my boys? Y'all forgot how phenomenal I am.
Yeah, no. And not even that, but last week too, he smacked him in the mouth. Like he fucking elbowed him. Like AJ Styles, that's what made the match good because it showed he was a champion. He can step up to the best, right? And that's somebody that similar that they're trying to do with like Johnny Gargano, right?
Hey,
Speaking about
Number
getting
6
smacked in the
in
mouth.
the PWI, and we'll talk about that. But he's a dude that like they've put him to a point now where he can stand toe to toe with people. Is that gonna happen when he gets pushed up? I don't know, but I hope that's the energy they're coming with. It's that big dick energy. You know what I mean?
hey,
You got to bring that shit with you, bro.
or smack that shit down.
You know Bailey, just because I was just looking, Bailey needs a new finisher.
or new show.
A new finisher.
Same vein.
New outfit,
That Bailey,
new look,
that
new
Bailey
look.
the belly is like, they have to sell it, and if they don't sell it right, it looks like trash.
You know what Io Shirai did?
What?
Like she did a
And
whole
that
makeover and shit, right? That's what Bailey needs.
She changed her Twitter
Yeah.
after that too. That whole
She
thing.
needs to stop with the hugging. She needs to, like,
Get some attitude.
yeah. You're not NXT no more, right?
So Smackdown, we might as well talk about the Smackdown. You want
Great
to talk
open, great open.
Yo, match of the week.
About great
Potentially.
open, great open.
Definitely best match of SmackDown. Ali versus Buddy Murphy.
Oh yeah, hell
Dude.
yeah.
Dude.
Yo, the best kept secret is no longer a secret, man. This guy's been having a great couple weeks, showcasing every week, showcasing a different, different form, a different
Yeah.
style. He's doing his thing.
You're talking about Ali. I'm talking about Buddy Murphy.
Nah, I'm talking about Buddy Murphy.
Buddy
Yo,
Murphy.
Yo, it's very rare that you see this type of match with so much on the line that actually pushes both talents over. And this match did that. Because Buddy Murphy doesn't look any weaker by losing. Like, he was
No way.
elevated by this fucking match.
Yeah, this match was dope.
It was crisp, bro. It had so many different elements, man. It was definitely the best, for me, the best King of the Ring match of the week. By far. I don't know if it's the best match of the week, and we'll get into why. But definitely up there, a contender for me, right?
No doubt.
Like I said, this King of the Ring could end on some fuckery, like on some bullshit. The last match is gonna be some like trash ending,
Baron Corbin winning.
and I'll be
but-
very satisfied with the whole tournament
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
it
man.
produced match after gem after gem after gem.
I will be
They needed
satisfied.
this.
The only way I would be satisfied if let's say worst case scenario for me is Baron Corbin wins it, right? The only way I would be
Really?
satisfied is if this actually elevates Baron Corbin to a point where he actually means some shit, right? Where like I'm actually gonna be enjoying to see his fucking presence on TV.
I expect a title run.
That's a stretch.
Title run for the winner, no matter
I
what.
can see a King Corbin.
I can see it, but that's the thing. The King of the Ring gimmick can work for anyone.
Mm-hmm.
It just depends on if who decide to push.
As Booker T.
I mean, it isn't Booker T's fault. It was done on Raw or SmackDown, right? But he still ran with it. He did better than Sheamus did, right?
Oh yeah.
King Booker was over.
What was
King
hard to
Corbin
watch
was
on SmackDown?
I remember the times with King of the Ring. It wasn't even televised. Macho Man was a King of the Ring. Nobody ever saw that shit happen. It was on a live show, right? So, but it elevates people. And it will elevate Ali.
Big E had himself a match.
Oh, well, why did Big E have himself a match? Because he got tight. He got tight at a little certain somebody.
Because Kofi's a pendejo and went out there looking for Randy Orton and got smacked up. in the
But I mean,
opening-
Kofi
in the
smacked
opening
up.
segment.
Kofi smacked him up too. He got destroyed.
Randy
bro.
Orton cut a promo, right, with the whole letter from his son, which is a callback to Roddy Piper. Roddy Piper caught the
Ooh.
same promo about, oh, your son sent me this letter and blah, blah, blah. And he told me not to kick your ass. Roddy Piper, true legend. Speaking of Piper, I'm going to shout out Queenie real quick.
Hey,
Queenie.
With the interview on
What up,
Teal
Queenie?
Piper. Oh, man, Teal
Teal
Piper.
Piper.
You guys should
Doing
catch that.
big things.
Yeah.
Shout out to Queenie. Hopefully, we'll have on the show at some point soon.
Yeah, we working
Get
on
it.
that for sure.
So,
Technical difficulties.
Cause she like to
what are we
smoke.
doing? So, best part of the show. What was the best part of the show?
So,
here?
it was a little rough start, but I liked watching. I enjoyed the Miz TV show for what it was,
Yeah,
for how it wound it up. being at least.
It was alright.
I mean, it was interesting that they're gonna use Sami Zayn as the mouthpiece for Shinsuke now.
Yeah,
right?
I like how they attacked him and shit.
And you know, and Shinsuke had a very maniacal and sadistic way of maneuvering in the ring, and that works great for him.
And we haven't seen
Especially
that in
when
a
he doesn't
while.
have to speak.
We haven't seen
right?
much people like going a talker now.
Yeah,
I like the Owens Elias bit,
yeah,
right?
that was good too.
Although the worst stunner in the
That was bad, yo.
Yeah, yo, it's almost like I don't want to see him do it too much.
It's like I heard every negative thing that was ever said about that stunner. I heard as he gave that stunner.
Yeah,
And I was like,
the
oh.
flashbacks and shit, the
I was
trauma.
like, yeah, it's right there. Everything you said is right there. I'm looking at it.
It's like I saw every stunner I tried to fucking execute.
Oh my
myself.
That went wrong.
Yeah,
On the
it's
screen.
just maybe it's nostalgia. I don't know, but it's just not working out.
But
for you,
shout
bro.
out to fucking next to
Listen,
the Sami Zayn shit. They
listen.
called him a stage 5 clinger.
Yeah, yeah, it was weird. It was weird.
Yo,
But,
and
you know-
Corey Graves was doing his thing on the mic. This
Yeah,
week, too.
you know why he
He
was
was
doing
fucking
it
on
the
picking on
mic?
fucking.
You know why he was doing
Renee.
his.
The
You know
fucking
why he
on
was
the
doing
mic?
his thing on the mic? Because
Whoa.
the man just came from a wonderful vacation with one and only Carmella.
Oh, really?
They was on the beach canoodling.
Shit.
You already know.
Guys.
The chair shot of the night.
Are
Who?
we doing that? We doing that already?
The chair shot
No,
of the night.
no, for
SmackDown?
Chad Gable? Is that what we're talking about?
Chad.
Yo, that shit's been pretty funny though. The whole height thing. I mean, or was it just last week enough?
When he put the thing, you gotta be this height.
Yeah, that shit was funny.
participate. That was pretty cool.
They're gonna call.
I just don't know why Shelton Benjamin.
They're gonna start calling him Shorty G. Watch.
Shorty
That's
G.
gonna be the thing. Nah, the segment with Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan and Eric Rowan at the
Yeah,
end.
what the
Yeah.
fuck was that?
That
about?
was awful. And dare I say, the chair shot of the week. Should we go there? We can start.
Fast forward.
Because you don't treat. No, we got to go over NXT, my nigga. But
All right,
but you
damn,
don't
I was
treat.
getting
You
ready.
don't
You
treat.
see, I
you
put
don't
the overlay.
treat. You don't treat a top 10 competitor in the PWI in that type of segment. I'm just saying. We'll cover that when we cover it.
All right, so let's check out NXT. How was NXT? Dude?
For me, NXT was the pop of the week. The whole show.
Damn, we don't have NXT music.
Oh,
Oh, we gotta get that NXT like the Slipknot
Damn,
shit.
we you know, yeah, we don't
We'll
have
get
it.
you that.
Trash,
We'll get you that. folks.
trash.
We want the smoke.
No,
That's a
that's not. That's not it either. But hey,
NXT.
But we like it. I mean, that's not it.
I'll tell you what I like. This entire card, yo, NXT. With the announcement of now, you know, on USA on Wednesdays, starting September 18th, right? NXT produced the banger, man. Just start off with that information, that news, and they started with Io Shirai coming out. And after the match of the year candidate in our eyes, right, versus Candice LeRae match that they had in Takeover, yo, she came out versus Cammy Fields. It was a squash match, but yo, the pop was there, bro, and she did exactly what Bayley needs to do, in my eyes. And then Candice LeRae came out, attacked her, dope. Then the second match, for me, the match of the week for sure.
Yo,
Yo.
NXT classic right there, yo.
Dominic Dijakovic, right?
That's how you say it. God
versus
damn it.
Keith Lee. Yo, this man's like
Bask in the
6'8".
ambiance.
Yo, he's like 6'8", bro. Tall dude, bro. Keith Lee, a massive man. There's at least 600 pounds combined between both of them. And these guys are doing off the top rope moves, slingshots, yo, over the ropes outside the ring.
this is a fun match like you want to see big guys have.
Oh
And
my
Dominic got over it.
God. Yo,
Dominic
got over it. Shout out to him, man. He just went through he tore his meniscus, went through gruesome rehab. I saw a lot of his posts on IG where he's just trying to motivate himself and stay hungry, you know, because injury after injury, man, it's tough to get yourself back on the top of that mantle. And, yo, this is the match to springboard him, bro. They put on a show. It was such a show that you saw the fans at Full Sail give it a standing ovation.
Full stale.
Full was stale as fuck.
Full Sail.
That shit was the stalest shit. You know, like, come on, man. Y'all could do better
Nah,
than
this-
that. We want Slammies.
Nah, this NXT was not stale at all.
Not
Shayna
at all,
Baszler and
Rhea Ripley.
Say it. Say it. Say it. She ripped it.
Yo, the pop
Rhea
you
ripped
heard
it.
when she came out, those fucking curtains, yo.
Rhea ripped it. Nah, yo, she ripped it.
And it was
you ain't
simple.
beating me, bitch.
And it was simple. It's all it needed.
All you need to throw a bitch in there real quick. Anyway, and that's it.
But yo,
you
yo,
good. It's
yo,
money after that.
it worked. It worked. But tell me she wouldn't look good in that faction, though.
Oh, yeah, yo.
Rhea Ripley?
Yo, we just talked about that faction of Randy and the Revival needing a big person, right? Yo, Rhea
I
Ripley.
take a Rhea Ripley
she's
in that
big,
faction.
Yo, she's brolic.
I'd take her in there before
China?
I take me and
Yeah,
Yim.
she's brolic, yo.
Before I take me and Yim, I'll take the Ripley.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
And it fits.
yeah.
It fits. You know what I mean? She's like grunge and shit. It
After
works.
that match she had the other day, I was kind of like,
Say Muria!
Yeah.
The Undisputed Era.
Oh my God! With the most over tag team, the Street Profits, right? Over as hell on SmackDown, on Raw every day now, and we're not tired of it. It's exciting,
well,
right?
now they get called up permanently, I suppose.
Yes, sir. I
That's it.
guess that's it.
It's over. They've graduated because they lost those straps.
And the Undisputed
And we
Era
have
is showered in gold.
three times.
Top tag teams ever. NXT.
And it's undisputed.
Undisputed Era covered in gold, folks.
Like my beer.
So,
yeah.
But it's not covered because I drank some of it already.
so are we ready to talk the week?
Let's talk about it because it's been controversial. Oh no, we can't even talk about that. We got to do the weekly. Yeah.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
Heels, pops,
and
and
chair
chair
shots.
shots of the week.
So he was healing it up this week. Who was the bad guy?
There it
King
is.
Era El Malo this week. Huh? Exactly
to
what
Randy
she
Orton?
said.
Kenny Omega was, I think, the bad guy of the week.
Oh!
I think that
No, Mercer is, man.
Actually, Mercer is the bad guy of the week. But Kenny Omega, I think, did the best with what he could because, like, of the situation, right? He just tried to, like, run with it. He said, I could, I don't care what happens to you. I thought that was pretty solid work. Other than him, I mean, Randy Orton was pretty solid this week.
Yeah, definitely.
Right?
Okay.
You always put some heartstrings when you include the family, right? The kids, right? It works.
Yeah.
I like Baron Corbin pissing people off this week on Raw. He sat down on the throne and cut a little promo and saying he's gonna be.
But
permanently
my only
installed
problem
in
with
that
that is that it
throne.
was done a lot.
Yeah.
Because Elias
Elias
did, the
did it
same.
too, yeah.
Yeah. Elias
And
did it
before
too.
that,
Yeah.
Drew McIntyre. But Baron Corbin is the only one that sat on it and actually won.
But people actually gave him death threats. He's the only one that got
Really?
nah.
No, I'm about to say. Yo, and shout out to the G Unit tank top he's just rocking now. Yo, what's going on with this, yo? Power comeback. He wearing a G Unit tank top. What's going on
G-Unit
around
in the
here?
house,
50,
what,
stop the
what?
shenanigans. 50, stop the shenanigans. It ain't really that big of a town. Why'd you remix a song? There was no need for that shit.
So like we said
If
before,
it ain't broke, don't fix it.
They say this is a
All of
big
that.
rich town.
You banging up pancakes, bro?
all of that. Like we said before, Rhea Ripley was probably the pop of the week, right? When she came out and confronted
Nah.
Shayna Baszler.
I think all of NXT was, but for me, pop of the week has to be the Keith Lee and Dominic for sure. Dijakovic.
Okay.
Yo, when you have the fans standing up, giving you a fucking standing ovation
In the middle of the show.
in the middle of the show, that's a middle of the show match.
Yeah.
That's the pop of the week for me. But the Rhea Ripley was dope too. It was,
Yeah.
and not for nothing, Undisputed Era winning, dope.
I know I popped.
Ali, Buddy Murphy, dope. You have some contenders. This is a tough decision, folks.
What was not so dope?
Uh,
What did you not like?
Eric
this
Rowan getting a bitch slapped to death.
week? Damn.
What happens? Like, now what? Now what? Now Eric Rowan's supposed to be the enforcer? No, you just got bitch slapped to death. Now, like, what does that do for
He was
Eric
also
Rowan
no
in this
muscle, though.
character?
He was always
Like,
the gentle giant.
yeah, well, now,
I'd at least think we'd
There's
have a
nothing
culprit
left.
at this point, man. We are stretching it a bit here.
dog, this whole storyline is trash.
Until we see what it is.
And now here
Yeah.
comes Roman Reigns sparing Daniel Bryan, and it's supposed to be like
Ouch.
heroes work. I don't see it. I don't know. This storyline's kind of.
Yeah,
It's sad, folks.
I just didn't like the whole Ziggler and Rude pairing again.
You thought that was a chair
Nah,
shot?
that was
Nah.
a plus.
You
That was
trash.
a
I
wonderful
can't-
surprise.
I just can't stand these random teams beating experienced teams.
How about Enzo and Cass talking?
That was a
about
chair
the
shot of
NXT?
the week for me.
A
Do you
Return?
think so? So I brought it up because you said that earlier. I think that's great that they're
Yeah.
coming
No,
back.
good
That's
for
a
the
smart
business.
move for
Good,
them.
Good for them. Good. They're the only people that are gonna write them the checks, and so be it. I mean, Vince
Yo.
McMahon. I think it helps Vince that Enzo's making the media and he's under his contract, than being under the media and he's free to be anybody's.
The only thing, the only way I'll disagree with
ticket.
that is that AEW hasn't snatched them up. So they're not really.
Well, remember, nobody snatched them up. They all went to Ring of Honor. They tried New Japan. AEW just wasn't interested.
Is it because they've turned things down, or people haven't been interested, right?
Well, I think they got turned down with ROH.
So I think it would be interesting to bring them back. They're entertaining.
Yeah, the kids.
Cass got back in
Why
shape,
not?
right? Big Cass is back in shape, you know. I mean, I guess it was a thyroid issue.
That's a big thing.
And hey, I'm with it. I'm trying to see it.
Everybody's all like, personally, blah, 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 blah. Man, personally, like, I don't know half of these motherfuckers. So, like, I'm just there for the entertainment value. And does he add entertainment value? Yes, he does. Right? Because for once in your life, you cared about a Blink-182 concert a couple of weeks ago. With Joey Janela, right? No, the fuck he doesn't apparently, but that's all.
He knows White Claw.
I'm just saying, like, it could provide, even if it's like horrible, isn't that like great to watch? Like, wouldn't you want to watch the train wreck?
Think about how fun they would be versus the Street Profits.
Just talking shit about
Just
each
talking
other?
shit, right? Like that's entertainment. That's fine. If that's what they're coming for, that's fine. I'm with it. Let's see it again.
That's what I'm here for.
Let's go. Let's fucking do it.
So,
Saturday.
Saturday.
There's a thing on
El
Saturday.
Sábado.
Why don't y'all tell them about that thing?
What
The
thing
thing-
is
the
on
Bible
Saturday?
Thing with the thing.
Noon in Harrison, New Jersey. We're gonna be with Forza Lucha doing the pre-show, pre-game, right? Shouting them out, right? Forza Lucha in Harrison, New Jersey. We're gonna be at Holy Cross.
That's right, folks.
That's
Right.
the cross, the holy one.
The Holy Cross, and we're
be by
gonna
the holy one.
be doing the pre-show, pre-game.
Absolutely.
Noon. Hit us up for that. That's
Yes.
on Saturday.
A lot of talent in that
And
one,
then
folks.
Saturday night, you're going to be watching AEW with us all out at Rockefeller Sports Bar in Rutherford, New Jersey. So if you're around North Jersey, come do the trip, do the rounds with us.
It's around there. It's around there.
And we're going to be having a good time.
Where are we going to be having a good time?
You want me to do the whole thing again? You want me to do Harrison, New Jersey? You want me to do Rutherford, New Jersey?
Rutherford,
Because
New
Saturday,
Jersey.
we're going to be running the rounds in North Jersey. If you're here early at noon, we're going to be in Harrison, New Jersey with Forza
yeah.
Lucha. Shouting them out real quick. We're going to be doing the pre-show,
But
pre-game, having a good time. And then at 6 o'clock, we're going to be in Rutherford, New Jersey
But
for Rockefeller Sports Bar.
Rockefeller
Doing the
Sports
damn
Bar,
thing
folks.
at All Out AEW viewing party.
We busy out here.
Join
do the
us,
thing.
ladies
We do the
and
thing.
gentlemen. Damn.
So there's a pay-per-view on Saturday.
There's a pay-per-view on Saturday.
Are you sure?
All the way the F out. How we feeling about it, guys? Are we ready for this?
We're
Are
going to
we
do the pay-per-view? Or we're going to do the PWI?
All right, so
we do both.
I want to close with the PWI.
All right.
We're going to get into that.
So let's do the pay-per-view
Let's do the
real
pay-per-view
quick.
real quick. Really, really quick.
So All Out. In Chicago,
What do we think about this?
one
card?
of the greatest wrestling towns, right?
Well, first of all, what do you expect out of this night? What do you
CM
wanna
Punk.
see? Yeah,
I expect CM
I
Punk.
do not.
No?
I think he's that much of a dick. He's not doing it. He hasn't been on social media.
I think CM Punk is
Giving
what you
hints.
expect on a first date, right? Like you expect to fuck, right? But the reality is you got, a kiss on the cheek, kiss on the mouth, they touch your peppy a little bit, right? We're not gonna get CM Punk,
What's happening?
but
What kind of
we
first
got
dates
Pac,
you going on?
right? We didn't think that was gonna happen,
That was true.
We got the
He was on
bastard.
deck
but
when he got him.
unfortunately, that comes at the price of John Moxley, right? So there's gotta be some other surprises. What is these surprises, folks?
CM Punk. Yo, let's be real, dog. Like,
Yo,
come
can
on.
CM Punk
All right.
can
So
he,
you're saying surprises. Let's just start there.
If
You're
CM,
saying
listen, if CM Punk comes out, he better come out on fucking the Luchasaurus' shoulders. That's all I'm saying.
What? So that's Jungle Boy scene.
But he's banking on surprises, and that's good because I want to see surprises, and I need to see something serious and something strong because this is the last showing before you make it to television,
Absolutely.
right? You got to build the biggest hype here, and now you're gonna take I expect a shot. Give me a shot. Throw something at the E here, and because you already lost Moxley, and part of that was supposed to be Moxley versus Kenny Omega. I thought. But, I mean, I want to see something good. No cheap shit like Fight for the Fallen, right?
Yeah.
Well, we might as well go through the show, right? The buy-in, Private Party versus Angelico and Jack Evans. I think it's going to be a fun match. I think it's going to be fast-paced, and I don't see Private Party not winning this.
Yeah.
Shout out to Street Profits. I mean, the private parties.
Word. I mean, right?
I mean,
Right?
JCG, I get it. New Day.
There's a casino battle royal.
Oh,
The Casino Battle Royale.
So Teal Piper, shout outs, right? Is Britt Baker, Ivelisse, Jazz, Nia Rose. Nyla Rose.
So AEW does AEW show WWE how to treat their women wrestlers? Is that what we're doing? So they had the Casino Royale in the last pay-per-view, so then now they have one for the women, right?
Yeah, there you go.
I'm with it.
Brandy Rose, Big Swole, Sadie Gibbs, Awesome Kongs, Shazza McKenzie, someone's to be announced,
Teal Piper,
Allie.
Ivelisse.
Yeah, I said all those names. Fucking pay attention.
I'm always paying attention.
Damn it.
Never lost.
Never lost. Who do you think is going to win that? Britt Baker's going to win that. Duh. It's for the title, right?
I think the winner gets a shot.
A shot against who?
Oh, you're
There's
right.
no women's title, so that's probably
No,
gonna be
isn't there
debuted.
somebody else that got a shot too? Doesn't Brandy get a shot or some shit?
Why? Because you own
She's
the
like the
company?
boss or something. Somebody won a match somewhere. Something like
Oh, no.
SCU.
I see you. Luchasaurus, Jungle
Yo,
Boy, and Mark Stunt.
yo,
That's going to be fun.
Shout out to SCU's
Luchasaurus.
new stitches and shit. Fucking 17 stitches. He just fell through the ropes. Bad spot.
So he's not winning.
Thankfully, he's all right.
Winner receives a shot at the AEW Women's World Championship. Oh, so the winner of this and the winner of the Battle Royal.
Right,
Damn, I didn't
so-
read this earlier.
Right. So yeah.
Fudge cake.
Rio. I think Rio's winning this against Hikaru.
You think so?
Yeah.
Well, say cago.
I think se cagó, se jodió.
Rio and
Now, this
Britt
next
Baker?
match,
Yeah,
this will be
that's
a
who I
fun
see.
one.
Darby
Darby Allin
Ouch,
versus
ouch,
the White Claw himself,
ouch.
Joey Janela.
Havoc.
And
Havoc. Jimmy fucking Havoc.
Hey,
Ah, that shit hurt you reading that shit.
that's going to be a match. It's going to be a dangerous match.
Darby Allin's going to cough and drop on a stack of
Make
thumbtacks.
sure to have
Yes.
the fucking fire extinguisher ready.
There will be blood.
All country way, make you
Not like that. So who wins? I think Joey Janela because I feel like Jimmy Havoc can take the L. Darby Allin's young enough to take the L. Joey Janela's like rocket strap right now.
Yeah.
Give him
Yeah.
the title. I mean, not the title, but
I
give
feel
him,
like
give him
Joey
the
Janela's
strap.
going to either win the match or he's going to dive off the Raptors. Like, something's going to
The
happen.
Rapture? Like
So-
the end of days?
The Raptors.
So
The Rafters?
Yes, the Raptors.
He's going to dive off the Toronto Raptors. That's
Yes, sir.
AEW's version of Zack Ryder and
What?
a successful Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins.
Best
in
friends.
the Best Friends versus the AEW's version of the Wyatts.
The Dark
Yeah.
Order.
I want the Dark Order to win this,
Okay.
but that's just me and my villainous ways.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
expect a great match.
But I think the Best Friends are going to win this. I feel like they're very involved in AEW. They've been around, and I think they'll come back. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what's going to happen with the Dark Order moving forward.
What's up with the potential chair shot of next week match?
Wow.
Cody versus Sean Spears with Tully Blanchard. I think Cody takes the L. I think the whole point is to set up Sean Spears like a legitimate
And
thing.
Tully, right?
And
yeah,
Tully?
Yeah, I think there's a story there. I think there's like a fucking push or some shit there. There's something there. And that's another thing I want to see in this pay-per-view. I want to see some storylines build that take me to the television, transition that smoothly, and you can kind of like keep it going, pick up where you left off here.
Yeah, we know
when you
who our
watch on
heroes
Wednesday.
are, right?
Yeah.
Like in terms of AEW, right? We know who the guys are, right? It's Cody, it's Kenny Omega, it's the Young Bucks.
Are
Like,
they face though?
like yeah, like they're the faces, right? But like,
Well, they're for sure the faces of the company, right?
right? That's what
Cody's
I mean.
a dick on being the elite.
I mean, I think that's, it is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is. But like, Sean Spears is definitely the heel in this storyline.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Especially after the stitches, right?
especially after the stitches. I think the Young Bucks win the ladder match, right?
Yo,
It's-
so are you tired of this already?
No, as long as I keep seeing ladder matches, it's fine. The 6-man tags, only the Bucks can do it, but I'm already starting to get tired of that. The 6-man tags.
I just feel like I know it's gonna be a dope match, but
I'll
I've
never
seen
get tired
it too
of a ladder.
much.
I'll never get tired of a ladder match because it's so much potential for new things that you can try
Yeah,
to
but-
see or even if you repeat it, it's something that you've seen that was dope.
but the Bros against the Bucks, like I'm kind of.
Oh, that
Yeah.
the
what I'm
participants.
saying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like,
What else would I
Yeah.
be talking about?
Yeah,
motherfucker?
no, I'm talking like the Bucks.
Like-
Any match. Any
I mean,
Young Bucks
I'm
match.
always in for a ladder match. I'm just saying, in particular, the Bros versus the
Bucks. Yeah,
I would
it's
like,
kinda
yo,
come on,
where's
man.
the Smash Bros, man? Get them in there. Get them involved. They're fucking the best friends. Didn't the best friends win a match last time too?
I don't
Well,
know.
I mean, at least we're gonna get one match we haven't seen before, right?
Pac versus Kenny Omega.
Yo,
I'm in it for that one.
So what's interesting to me is that Pac gave up an opportunity to go for the belt. so that he could face Kenny Omega. You know what I mean? Like storyline wise.
No, it's not even that though. It's not even that because he's a filler. This is not that. This is, Jon Moxley came from WWE and he's about to tackle AEW's #1 guy. But guess what? Jon Moxley just got hurt, so now we got a filler.
No, I get that.
This
But
is
I'm
another
saying,
match that they had storyline potential to be included, and now they lost it, and they're just gonna give you another main event match that would main event anywhere, but it has no story, no build to it, which I think is, I don't know, I don't like that too much. But I think it's gonna be a bad match.
this is what I'm talking about. What is that? Huh? Nah, I don't think it's gonna be a bad match. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. It's
I
just like
am in for something I haven't seen before.
Right.
That's refreshing.
Right.
Kinky
Cleanse
Kelly
the
and the
palate.
sexy stud.
Yay!
Hey.
What about the main event? Yo? Somebody,
Clerks too.
an AEW heavyweight champion will be crowned this Saturday
Once again,
when Chris Jericho
something I
battles
haven't
off
seen.
against Hangman Page. Yo, who's walking out the
Chris
first
Jericho.
ever heavyweight champion?
Chris Jericho.
Yeah, I like
You make your
Did
baby
they,
face
did
chase.
they ever meet up in New Japan?
I'm not sure. I don't think so.
Did they ever tie up, sir?
I'm sure they probably brawled, but I don't know.
Listen, let Hangman Page. He's. Chris Jericho said, "This match is gonna make a star out of Hangman Page." And how do you do that? I mean, you can certainly put the title on him and make him your head guy.
Head guy.
But you're going into television, right? And you
There's no
want
head in
there
television.
to be a little uncertainty, right? Like for people to be like, "Yo, so what the fuck's gonna happen?" Like, so it's Chris Jericho's returning back to full-time TV. He's gonna be the villain full-time on television now. Like he's doing this week to week. I want to see that. I want to see Chris Jericho come back because like, does Adam Page really do it for you guys?
Not only that, you have to think about what that position entails, right? That position means that's going to be the main eventer. The person that's going to have the mic in his hand.
Ooh, I'm glad you brought it up.
And especially in the time when these Wednesday Night Wars are about to occur. This battle with AEW versus
Wipe that out real
WWE,
quick.
right? You want the microphone.
The what?
You want the microphone in Chris Jericho's hands.
Well, let's talk about it. You brought it up. The wars are coming. We're gonna have a show on Wednesday and a show on Monday and another show on Wednesday. Who do you believe what WWE has now intact as far as champions and entertainment wise can hold up against AEW once the war comes? Like, I'm gonna tell you right now, come October, if you're WWE, it's a real ratings battle because you've been battling the ratings against for yourself. Now it's a real ratings reach and grab. Who do you have as WWE champion? Not Kofi Kingston. I'll tell you right now.
I think they're gonna feel like it's irrelevant because it's not about who's WWE champion or Universal champion. It's about who is NXT champion.
Ooh.
NXT champion.
NXT, that's what's gonna matter.
Okay.
So if that's the case,
Okay.
how is it then now we're about to get the number 6 top rated pro wrestler in the PWI rankings, right? Out of 500 leaving NXT.
Well, let's talk about the PWI.
Because they even
right?
covered it on NXT this week. His goodbye, right? It's over. What's the next move? We don't know.
So, the Pro Wrestling Illustrated released their top 500, as JP alluded to. And the top 10 list is very WWE heavy,
Oh, yeah.
which is
Very.
kind of incredible. So,
Especially in a year that we've said the product has been garbage. To a certain extent.
you are speaking about Johnny Gargano, who's number 6, the only NXT person on the top 10, right? So
Yep.
it's Will Ospreay at 10, Tanahashi at 9, Omega, Reigns, Gargano, Okada, Kingston at 4, Styles at 3, Daniel Bryan 2, and Seth Rollins number 1, which probably
Ouch.
makes him feel pretty good about that Twitter beef a couple months ago.
My God.
Right? He's like, oh, look at my bank account and the Pro Wrestling Illustrated's top 500.
But how much was the man involved in this?
The man,
Yeah.
Becky Lynch.
Yeah.
Becky Lynch isn't even on this list, I don't think.
I don't. This might be only male performers.
Right?
Well, one grievance I already have is Kenny Omega.
Kenny Omega.
And
How
number 8,
dare you? How dare you? Put him at 8.
Go up a little bit. Yo, PCO.
How
Oh,
dare
man.
you put him at 8?
PCO. Where was he at?
Kenny
At
Omega
71.
Kenny Omega does not.
Oh, with Big E over him at 72. I love PCO. By the way, Matt Riddle is a 69, which is awesome.
Pac, a 66. Low
Pac is
key
six-
65. Shout out MLW.
So, like, I don't know, man. Like, Seth Rollins number 1?
I'm not mad at it.
I'm just.
I haven't seen anybody else right now, other than Seth Rollins everywhere.
I mean, just because you see him,
The indies have died out ever since the whole AEW birth, and even AEW hasn't done shit.
So it's interesting to me though that Brock
Cody
Lesnar.
Rhodes is 15.
I'm having trouble finding Brock Lesnar on this.
Like I even feel
list.
Kenny shouldn't have number 8. Kenny should be at 10. Will Ospreay should be above Kenny Omega this year.
Okay.
Will Ospreay should be much higher on that list.
I'm
Roman
happy with-
Reigns at number 7. Like Roman
Number
Reigns.
7, yeah. Interesting. Gargano's on top of him, right? Hey.
Gargano, hey.
I'm happy to see Samoa Joe at 11. That's some
I'm happy
fucking
to see
respect.
Okada and Tanahashi up here.
Some fucking respect to Samoa Joe at 11, right?
Tommaso Ciampa.
We've been fans here. We've been talking about his
Tommaso
consistent
Ciampa
work.
at 13, and he hasn't wrestled a match in how long?
Ah,
I
man,
love
he
it.
was-
I'm
he was
surprised
so
Jay
good.
Lethal at 16.
Yeah.
To be
Adam
honest.
Cole,
And
18.
Baby!
on top of
top
Ibushi,
20. We made the
I
top
don't
20.
know.
We're good.
You know, these lists are
Finn
always
Balor
like
needs to be lower. Finn
suggestions.
Balor
Look
should
at,
be lower.
look at Bobby Lashley at 30.
What?
And Juice Robinson at 32. Juice Robinson has had himself a fucking year.
Phenomenal.
Man, Kevin Owens at 40. So this list is kind of
They have Baron Corbin on this
Trash.
list. This is trash.
chill.
Baron Corbin's on this list. Is trash.
Brian Cage at 48 is
Marty
kind of
dropped
crazy.
a few spots from last year. He's at 50.
R-Truth at
52.
56. He's quality entertainment. Like
Dolph Ziggler at 46. Adam Page.
Damn,
you said.
Andrade was in the top 20 last
How
year.
is Rusev 49? We haven't even seen Rusev. Pete Dunne 54.
Remember
Ali
that one time-
55.
Remember that one time he walked out?
Hey.
The Young
Yo,
Bucks at 75
What's
and
up with their
76.
number 100 wrestler?
Zack
Zack
Ryder.
Ryder. Long
Like,
Island
what
Zone.
are we basing this off of? Tamatanga 94.
Who's 101?
Tamatanga.
I wanna know who's
could
101.
go.
You cheating. You cheat.
With 101. Take a shit.
Take Sheeta.
Take Sheeta.
Oh, man.
Akira
Christopher
Tozawa.
Daniels with some.
All right, we're not going through all of it, but
Nah.
watch. Yeah, like, read the whole thing. Like it's pretty interesting.
Shout out to some of our
Elias at 110, right?
shout out to some of our guests we've had on the HPC podcast. You know, shooting the ish
Hey.
for making the list.
Shane Taylor, holla.
Yes, sir. Warhorse, holla.
The whole Warhorse. Tell them to fucking write your name. Tell them to write your name right.
I guess that's why they put him on the list.
Word.
Bueno. I think, ladies and gentlemen, you need to.
I think we got to
Pull
go through that
this
whole
up.
list. That whole 500 list.
All right, you ready?
We got time for that shit?
All right.
That's
ready?
all the time we have for you folks this week. We don't give a damn who's on this list because the first top 10 was already kind of suspect. So we'll do our own fuck it.
I'm looking forward to who's gonna be on the list next year.
Check us out this Saturday.
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 Saturday,
Gonna be
sábado,
out
gigante.
Forza Lucha 7. Then afterwards, check us out at Rockefeller Sports Bar. We're gonna be watching All Out, AEW's next installment in the war.
Remember,
Promotion,
folks,
pay-per-view war.
wrestling, professional wrestling is a communal sport.
Experience it.
You
Don't
need to
just
be
watch
among
it.
people. Don't watch it
Absolutely.
alone.
And don't
Come
pay-
watch it with the bad guys.
Don't
Don't
be
pay
a
the
loser.
$60.
We got you. We
Watch
got
it with
you.
people. Watch it with humans. Interact with people.
Have a drink or two. Or
Or
3.
6.
Or some food.
Come on.
Or some laughs. And that's.
What we gonna do on iTunes, yo? Where the fuck is Pretty Chubby Fox?
Rate and review.
Make sure to
Rate
rate and
I mean,
review.
rate and review.
Usted va a iTunes y presiona de que like y le da como 5.
Como 5 de esa vaina. Hey, check out the 10. So. Peace.